Alright, so the other day I came across a video of a Karen who lacks basic self-awareness. Now this isn't no ordinary run-of-the-mill Karen. This is a Karen who needed a good reputation in order to have a career, as they ran an Instagram page as well as a business. Now you may have noticed I used the past tense just there. And that's because this person deleted their Instagram account because of the backlash they received from the video I'm about to show you. And judging by the Google reviews as well as the fact that their business's website has been privated for the time being, their business isn't looking too good at the moment either. Anyway, I'm gonna play the video now.
I was holding a parking spot for my friend who was coming right in traffic, and these people tried to literally run me over.
Right, so this video kicks off with a big accusation, which is that somebody just tried to run her over. There's no video proof of this happening, so she wants us to take our word for it. Now, personally, I don't think somebody tried to run her over. She clearly states that she was standing in a parking spot so she could reserve it for a friend who's in traffic. Now, here's a quick reality check for her. You're not a fucking transformer. No matter what you do, you will never become some sort of vehicle. So why are you standing in a parking spot meant for vehicles? It should have been obvious to you from the very start that someone in a vehicle was going to come along and attempt to park where you're standing. And guess what? They have every right to. What probably happened here is that this woman was standing in the last parking spot in this car park, and the person in the car drove up to the spot and either waited for this woman to move or beat their horn. After that, I assume this woman just decided not to move, so the person in the car moved slightly forward as a way of saying, "Hey there, I'm trying to park here, please get the fuck out of my way." And then I guess this woman interpreted that as the car driver trying to run her over, which to me seems very unlikely. I can't imagine someone ruining their life by intentionally running somebody over in broad daylight just because the other person was wrongfully taking up a parking spot.
So I am waiting for them to get out of their car. So I'd like to chat with them, and they won't get out of their car.
Honestly, I don't blame them for not getting out of the car. They probably think you're a fucking psycho. First, you were standing in a parking space meant for vehicles, and then when they tried to park where you were standing, you presumably had a public freak out.
Back up! Back up! Back up! I'm not moving. I'm not moving.
For someone who is complaining about almost being run over, you really are trying your hardest to actually get run over. Anyway, can I just point out that text on the screen real quick? I told her very nicely that the spot was taken and she didn't like that. No shit, she didn't like that. Put yourself in her shoes. It's the summer season and parking spots are scarce because a lot of people are going out and enjoying the weather. You finally find a parking spot, but you're told the spot's taken by a person who isn't even in a car. Of course you're not gonna listen to them. Also, I can guarantee you that if the roles were reversed and this woman recording the whole thing was being denied a parking spot by somebody who isn't even in a car, she would be outraged and would probably start recording the whole thing like she is now.
Get the f out. Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind?
No, she isn't out of her mind. She's simply trying to park her car and get on with her day. You, on the other hand, I'm not so sure. You seem a bit crazy right now. Also, the speed this person just drove at is probably the same speed they were going when they apparently tried to run this woman over. They're not trying to run you over, they're trying to get you to piss off out of here so they can park.
You are the rudest fucking person I have ever met.
How are you gonna call someone out for being rude when you're the one who started this whole thing and decided to record this person and swear at them? Honestly, some people out there have zero self-awareness and it's truly astonishing.
You have balls. You have balls.
Hold on a second. Aren't you the one who decided to upload this whole thing online? If anything, you're the one who has balls by doing that. It doesn't take a genius to realize you were going to receive a lot of backlash by uploading this. Anyway, the next Instagram story she uploaded was a picture which said, "They sat in the car for like 5 minutes and I could tell that me staying there was making them nervous, so I just stood there." In other words, you acted like a prick and tried to intimidate them for no good reason. And anyway, where's your friend? I thought the only reason you stood in the parking spot in the first place was so you and your friend didn't have to spend time looking for a parking spot. Surely acting like this is wasting more time than simply getting back into your friend's car and trying to find a new parking spot.
I'm sorry, but that's not. Are you sorry? I feel like you're not, because that was really fucking rude.
I've already addressed the irony in her calling someone else rude, so instead I'm going to focus on the text here. She said sorry, but that's not how it works. And guess what? She's spot on. You can't reserve a parking spot meant for vehicles by standing in it. What doesn't she understand about that? Lol, so she thinks that pushing people out the way with her SUV is how it works. Well, I mean, can you blame her? There's not much else she could have done to get you to move. And anyway, it's not as if she injured you in the process, so why are you reacting like this? Anyway, the next 4 stories are all pictures, so let's take a look at them. Does anyone know this woman? Yes, I'm being a petty bitch right now, now, but I am fired up. I'm sorry, but what is the purpose of this? Even if someone did know her, what are you gonna do? Anyway, the next one literally says wanted. What are you on about? You do realize a wanted sign is meant for actual criminals, not someone who hasn't really done anything wrong. Have you seen this woman? Last seen trying to run over an innocent pedestrian on Lower Thames Street. How is she going to claim that she's innocent when she instigated the whole thing? And can she please stop with this whole she tried to run me over narrative? She most likely didn't do anything other than slightly move our car forwards. Anyway, moving on, the next story is Haas saying, how can we look up license plates? The original photo had the person's number plate, but out of respect for their privacy, I've blurred it. Anyway, I said something similar earlier, but I'll say it again. What are you gonna do with this information?
Okay, here's the thing. I know that I probably shouldn't have been standing in that spot, but I think it's just a thing that happens. Nobody likes it.
So you've literally admitted that you shouldn't have been standing in that spot and that nobody likes it when people do that. So why did you make this whole thing such a big deal? All this backlash you've received could have been easily avoided.
But I don't think it's illegal.
Yeah, it may not be illegal to stand in a parking spot, but you are still being a complete and utter dickhead for no reason, so the reaction you've received is completely justified. And anyway, what kind of reasoning is I don't think it's illegal? A lot of things aren't illegal, but that doesn't mean you should do them.
Like, my friend was driving around the block, and so I hopped out of the car to get the spot. I don't think that that makes it less mine because I was standing and somebody else was in the car.
Well, you would be mistaken, because that definitely does make it less yours.
But like, yeah, I mean, no one wants to see someone standing in the spot reserving it, but like, it is what it is. Like, I don't think that I was wrong.
Well, she may not have thought she was in the wrong at the time of recording this, but hopefully she does now, considering pretty much everybody told her that she was in the wrong. Anyway, before I end this video, I want to give you a quick update on our business. You know how I said our business wasn't looking too good earlier because of all the bad Google reviews? Well, if you look up what business was called on Google, it doesn't even pop up anymore. So yeah, it's safe to say it definitely isn't looking too good at the moment. Anyway, if you did go on to enjoy the video, you can support me for free by liking the video and subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. And if you want to support me further, you can do so by using my sport creator code CAZ anytime you make a purchase on a big game store, as well as the Fortnite and Rocket League item shop, among other things. With that being said, have a good one, guys. See ya.